Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com. But wait, there's more. Here's hour 4 of the Kim Komando Show. I so want to go here and see this. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've checked out. There are videos of people taking selfies with monkeys while they're on vacation in Bali. But you better watch out, because when you're sitting there taking the videos, selfies, whatever it may be, is that the monkeys will run out and steal your phone right from you. And they are so smart. They know that you're going to offer them a banana. They're like, no way, no way. That iPhone's worth at least a mango. That's right. And think about this. If they were ducks, you know what they would really want? Quackers. Oh, yes, that one hurt even me. Hey, buckle up, Buttercup, because you are about ready to get tech smart and tech ahead. Because after all, that's my job as America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you once again. Of course, you tapped into the biggest show, the most trusted show, the award-winning show about all things digital. You can find me on over 425 top stations across the United States. And of course, also streaming in your favorite radio app and also as a podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for Komando with a K, of course. And a huge hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio, reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries. And yes, 200 ships at sea get the Kim Komando Show. And the Komando hotline's open right now for you at 1-888-825-5254. Or let me tell you a secret. You don't have to sit on hold for hours. You can actually make an appointment to speak with me right here on the show. Just head over to the official homepage of the Kim Komando Show. That's komando.com, of course, with a K. And then there's a link at the top that says Ask Kim. Just fill that out, and we will get right back with you. Alrighty then, every single day I dive into at least 35, 40 different sources to make sure that I know exactly what's happening in the tech world, so that this way here on the big show, I can impart all of this intellect and know-how from my brain directly to yours. And here are 5 things you need to know about right now. We're going to start with Generation Beta. Yes, those are kids that are born today. And this is really something. These kids are going to routinely live well into their hundreds. They're never going to know a world without artificial intelligence. They're not even going to call it artificial intelligence. It's just going to be part of their lives, kind of like electricity is. And get this, they're never going to drive a car. It sounds like a stretch, but consider that today's young adults can't drive a manual transmission because it's not necessary. The vehicle's automation can actually do it better. So human driving will actually be considered far too risky because the cars are going to communicate with one another, avoid accidents. And when you sit back and you tell them, oh, I remember when I used to drive a car, it's going to sound like someone saying to you, yes, I remember when there were only 2 news networks to select from. Or actually, I was talking to Amber about this in my office today. And I said, you know, there's going to come a time when we're going to say to somebody, I remember when we used to have to remember passwords. And they're going to go, what were those? And we're like, oh, it was a nightmare. All right, moving on to number 2. Let's talk about Tesla's autopilot. Should allow you to sit back, relax, and let the car do the work. But as a former Tesla owner, I can tell you it doesn't work. And Tesla never allows autopilot lawsuits to go to trial. They always settle. Except in this Miami case. The driver admits that he was wrong to look away from the road, reach down, and pick up his dropped iPhone while the Tesla was an autopilot. But he claims that no one ever even hinted that while in autopilot, traveling at 62 miles an hour, his Model S would ignore and blow through 2 red flashing lights, plow through a stop sign and a T intersection, and killing a 22-year-old pedestrian without ever beginning to apply the brakes. So if you drive a Tesla, I'm telling you, don't trust the autopilot. Meanwhile, let's talk about the Amazon Bee. What is that? Yes, has nothing to do with privacy or a lack of it because you actually wear this. It's something that's going to record and transcribe and organize every single one of your conversations. You know what's going on. In all 38 one-party consent states, it has met all the legal requirements. So imagine after a staff meeting, any other meeting, you get a full written transcript, what was said and by whom. Pretty valuable tool. No word on cost or release date. Moving on to number 4, this is pretty fascinating to me. Researchers at the University of Geneva put over 200 folks in VR headsets. Then they showed them avatars. Some looked healthy, some looked really sick. Others had skin rashes. Now, here's where it gets a little weird. When people saw the sick avatars, their brains kicked into high alert. The brain scans showed that a part of the brain called the peripersonal space system just lit up like a Christmas tree. That's the area that protects the space right around your body. So basically, it's a bubble. At the same time, blood tests revealed something wild. The immune system was actually activated from just seeing someone who looked contagious in VR. Wow. Coming in at number 5, think about the worst date you ever had. Oh gosh, I remember this. My husband, well, before he was my husband, he said to me, go out with me on 3 dates. And then if you don't like me after 3 dates, then we'll just be friends. I said, okay, well, we'll try it. So the first date, took me out to this fancy restaurant. He was so nervous. He was like all sweaty. And at the end of the dinner, I looked at him and I said, if you expect to have 2 more dates with me, this is just never going to work. Okay. Because this is not the kind of life that I want. I want this life. And there was this big fountain there on the corner of Scottsdale Road and Indian Bend in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's still there. Just drove by it the other day. And I said, this is the life I want. And I jumped in the fountain and I started splashing the water all around me. I said, this is what I want for my life, not some fancy sit-down restaurant. So anyway, the next date I arranged and we went clubbing. We had a great time. And the rest is all history. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that there's an app called T, and it's topping the Apple App Store charts right now. Here's how it works. Women post anonymous photos of the guys who they're talking to on these dating apps and then ask, hey, does anyone know this guy? Other women jump in. They say things like, oh, gosh, he stinks. He still lives with his mother. He takes gym selfies like it's a full-time job. Then, of course, you can run a background check, screen sex offender records, and look up somebody's phone number. And the reason why I also bring this up is the app just leaked 72,000 images, 13,000 selfies, and IDs like driver's license that they admit to. Gosh, the pics were just sitting in an open cloud folder, completely unsecured. If you knew the URL, you could just download everything. You just all get it. You can't say they were hacked. Somebody was just stupid. Whoever that was, I hope were fired. Hey, coming up, we have so many great tips that you just cannot afford to miss. And of course, just the best calls ever in the history of radio and podcasting. And of course, you have me, Kim Komando, so stay right where you are. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise, home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim. Hey, how'd you like to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value? No purchase required. Let me tell you, you need to enter right now. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. Now, there is a catch. You're going to get signed up for my free newsletter called The Current, which over 650,000 people get it every single day, and they love it. We just have a 2% negative rating. 2%. I actually want to call these people up and go, what the heck is wrong with you? Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right. Joining us, as always, here on the Big Kim Komando Show is my cohort and friend, Andrew Babinski.
Hello, Kim.
So how's your tech week going?
Good. My tech week is going really good.
Hey, how about we get started? Ready with all of our calls?
Let's do it.
All righty. Let's get started with Laura in Apple Valley, California. Wow, this looks like a tough question, Laura. What's going on?
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Great. Glad to have you on board with us. Now, you've called the show before.
I have.
And wasn't it because you got scammed?
I got scammed, but it was a romance scam.
A romance scam. Okay.
Right. That was in 2021. And I've been into crypto and, investing ever since because he showed me the way around the crypto stuff. So I figured, he's making millions scamming women, so maybe I better look into this, crypto stuff. So I did. I've been hearing on the news for quite some time. Not on the news, I'm sorry, on all of these websites that I'm a part of that I bought programs with about Elon Musk. I mean, that's all I hear about. Elon Musk is coming out with something really new, really big. A lot of people are going to get wealthy getting into this, with him and blah, blah, blah.
Are you talking about a cryptocurrency relating to Elon Musk?
Crypto relating to Elon, not only crypto, so many things that he's doing and he's into. The Starlink thing, which I think is great. Mm-hmm. I have a friend that has it. And so I was just scrolling on Facebook one day and I saw this ad and it looked so good and it was Elon's face and, get in now. Well, I should know from the past that whenever there's an urgency, but I do know that when an IPO is about to, get ready to be released, they do a lot of things in advance. So I was a little bit skeptical and I ran into this Tesla coin. And that's what the ad said. Tesla coin, pre-IPO shares available.
And you were thinking, and you were thinking to yourself, this is my golden ticket.
The next Bitcoin.
I am ready.
Exactly. This has got to be it. And that was the first time I had seen an advertisement on it. So I clicked on the link and I went there and, I looked around and there's, of course, the picture of the car, and then there's a picture of Elon. And then it went into all the things, privacy policies, all kinds of, information.
Okay, so you gave him some money.
I gave him some money.
Okay, how much money did you give him?
Well, they don't take cash or credit cards, so you have to send it in Bitcoin or in cryptocurrency of some sort. I guess they take any kind of cryptocurrency, and right on the ad, they have their wallet address. So you send your money to this wallet address. Before I did that, I wrote them and I said, I'm just trying to make sure this is not another scam, as there are so many circulating. Please reply to let me know this is real.
And what'd they say? What'd they say?
He said he answered with Tesla Token Association is a member-based organization dedicated to building a blockchain-based payment system that supports financial innovation, inclusion, and integrity.
That was written by ChatGPT, if I ever heard it. What do you?
No, that was from the heart, straight from the desk of Elon Musk.
So, how much did you give him?
Well, I gave him everything I had in the wallet I have called Trust Wallet.
Okay.
And I didn't know what the conversion rate was. And I was having a heck of a time figuring it out. And believe it or not, some guy in their support team, and this was the only time I got anyone on their support team, helped me figure out how to make the deposit, the transfer from my crypto account to his. And so I have the whole, thing recorded, and they sent me very elaborate. Sent me, the whole transcript of our conversation. Wound up to be $1,674.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever Bitcoin I had in that account went straight to this Tesla coin, and they called it Tescoin. And then they showed me the purchase and the summary and all that. So I have all the, screenshots. I keep, everything.
Okay. Now, wait. Now, okay. So you know that you got scammed.
I do know, yeah,
Okay.
because I did the research afterwards.
Okay. And now, what, just refresh my memory. How much did you lose in the romance scams?
In the romance scam, I lost $250,000 plus. Yeah, in the romance scam, $250,000. Yeah.
Laura,
I know.
Delete your Facebook account.
Yes.
Yeah.
Laura,
Get off Facebook.
Laura, you can't be on Facebook.
It's not good for you.
I know.
I'm sitting over here pulling my hair out, and I'm bald. I feel so awful.
Yeah. Well, you feel awful.
I
think
do.
Yeah. I feel worse than awful. But, again, Kim, I love you to death. I read your newsletter. You have so much great information that I can't even not look at it because I'm looking for these warning signs, right? I went to Trustpilot, who I believe gets all the scoop, and there was nothing on this Tesla coin on there.
That should have been your first clue. Yeah. And then the sense of urgency, and it is. They're getting more clever as time goes on. I mean, like you said, like they have tech support. They're answering emails.
Yep.
And so, you really just need to get off Facebook.
If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yeah. Well, but this was a pre-IPO.
Here's the deal, Laura. On a pre-IPO, okay, before a company goes public, they actually have to go silent because they don't want to have any of the hype. So there has to be a quiet time before they actually go public.
They don't post Facebook ads all over the place?
Oh. Not with deep fake images of Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
Say buy now or else you're going to lose. No. So Laura, you lost $250,000 last time. I'm kind of happy she only lost $1,600.
It's improvement.
It is. We're doing better. So many scams out there. All right. Do you remember when James D yelled, "You're tearing me apart"? Yeah, I don't really remember that either, but it sounds good. A company called 11 Labs is bringing back voices of dead Hollywood icons in their new Reader app. You have AI versions of Judy Garland, James Dean, Burt Reynolds, and a whole bunch more. I mean, here's what Burt had to say about me.
Whenever you listen to Kim Commando, you're always in the know about everything tech.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Bert, for that one. Isn't it amazing? By the way, if you want to try it out, just get the 11 Labs Reader app. Once again, that's the 11 Labs Reader app. Okay, look at your phone. You need a new one, and I'm giving away a brand new iPhone 16 Pro right now, a $999 value. No purchase required. Head to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. And by the way, you're actually subscribed to my free newsletter. And if you're already subscribed, yes, you can still enter winfromkim.com. All right, still to come, we're going to be talking about how you can take a selfie and make it into a headshot. And of course, more great phone calls here on the Kim Commando Show.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
All right, let's talk about your LinkedIn profile because your headshot there, it's your big chance to make a great first impression. Now, here's the secret. You do not need to hire a professional photographer. You can take one yourself if you know the secrets. So say you're applying for a new job. I mean, of course, potential employers are going to do a deep dive on your social media, so you need to have pictures that show your very best. Now, to take the perfect headshot for all your profiles, you can use your phone. Find a well-lit spot, say like near a window, and keep the background clean for God's sake. After all that, set a timer on your phone, hold it at eye level, or better yet, pick up a really cheap tripod on Amazon. Take a few shots until one looks natural. Now, there are some free apps like Snapseed or Lightroom Mobile. You can use those to adjust the brightness, or try Photo or Pixlr for skin smoothing and then blurring that background. Now, for quick AI touch-ups, Lensa can enhance the lighting and remove imperfections right from your phone. Let's see, Jim in College Station, Texas. Hi there, Jim.
Hello, Laura. Oh, yeah, Laura. Kim. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, well.
One of those days already.
Okay, did you confuse me with Dr. Laura?
No, he confused you with the caller who's giving everybody money named Laura, and he thought if she's giving out money, he might as well get in line.
I was thinking, I could take some of that money.
A quarter, I still can't get
out how to save money, and if she's giving it away.
Yeah, $250,000 to romance scammers.
Heartbreaking.
Terrible. That was about 4 years ago.
Well, at least she learned her lesson. Wait a minute.
Exactly. So what's going on with you, Jim?
My wife and I are going to try again to take a cruise from Honolulu to Sydney, Australia.
Boy, that's a haul. How many days is that?
It's 17 days.
You know, you could do that in about an 8-hour flight. Just
really?
It's actually a 17-hour flight from Dallas.
Oh, from Dallas.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, from Dallas. Now you used the phrase, Jim, you said, we're going to try again. What happened the first time? Did you guys get in a fight at the port or something?
No. We the first time we were preparing to go, COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's going anywhere.
No,
it's smart to not get on a cruise ship during COVID.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. So you're going on this cruise, and what are you asking me about?
Earlier this year, you had a show or a caller, and they were talking about, and it's not Starlink, but it was another type of dish receiver that would help with internet and cell phone and streaming service on a cruise line.
Well, you got a couple of ways if you're trying to save money on a cruise ship. Get a couple of ways to do this. Number one, you can use Starlink. They have something called Roam, and it's a little, I guess you'd say, dish. It's about the size of an iPad.
Okay.
And you can put that anywhere you go and take it with you. And as long as you have a view of the sky, you're good to go. The dish itself, depending upon what kind of special that they're running, and they don't really run a lot, but sometimes they jack the price up and they bring it down. When I say jack it up to like $600, and then they bring it down to $350. And then you're looking at a fee of, say, $125 a month.
And now let me ask, is this globally? Everywhere on the planet you can use Starlink?
Pretty
even
much.
in the ocean between Honolulu and Australia?
Pretty much, yes.
That's impressive.
I have Starlink on my boat.
And?
Well, it's all hard. We put it in with a dish.
Okay.
And so then I went to Barry and I'm like, how about we take the dish off and then we just use the Roam device and I can throw it in my backpack. And then he kind of reminded me that how much it would cost to take the dish down.
Yeah, how much? Okay. It's not worth it.
Like, that's okay. But, if you're also on a cruise ship, what you may have also been talking about, Jim, is the ability to put in a travel router. You take a lot of cruises.
Yeah, I love to cruise.
Have you ever used a travel router?
I just use the cruise ship's Wi-Fi.
And that's pretty expensive, though, isn't it?
It's gotten cheaper over the years.
How much is it?
I think it's like $12 a day now the last time I was on a cruise, and I think that was like 5 years ago. So I'm sure it's even cheaper now.
Well, with the travel router, basically you set it up, and then your guest suite becomes its own internet place. So any device in your room can hook up and use that internet.
Where are you getting the internet from to hook to the router?
Just from the ship, but you're only paying for one.
Oh,
so if
one device,
yes.
yeah.
So if they charge per device, then you're good to go just with this travel router. They're like $40.
Yeah, that's smart.
Now, some cruise ships have gotten wind of this, though. And they may have been listening to the show, because I've been talking about this for years. And now if you try to hook up a travel router, it's like, it doesn't really work. So you want to ask them before you actually go there, will the travel router actually work?
They may be onto that, but they're not into the fact that I hide booze in my shampoo bottle. They'll never catch me there.
No.
Never.
And well, maybe if they look at you and you're bald, be like, why is this guy carrying like 32 ounces of Dove?
I like to clean my leg hair. Now leave me alone and let me on the ship.
On that happy note, Ernie in Flower Mound, Texas. Where is Flower Mound, Texas, Ernie?
Flower Mound is halfway between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Nice. Sounds like a nice place.
It is. It is. Thank you for taking the call and everything else. Trying to look for I do Bible study with some youth in a detention center. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, one of the guys didn't speak English. So what I'm looking for is an app, and I thought you might be able to help me out, that will translate from English to Spanish. And I know that there's a bunch out there, and I did look. Somebody said Google Translate. Mm-hmm. But I would like it to where I could project it to have it to where it would be continuous. And I could broadcast that to the screen, and anybody that's having trouble with English could hear what I'm saying.
It's actually a really good idea.
Like real-time closed captioning of you teaching Bible study.
Yes.
Correct.
And you can do this, but it's not going to be 100%, but it's going to be pretty darn near close.
Okay, I'll take that.
As you mentioned, Google Translate has something called Live Mode. Have you ever used that, Andrew, Live Mode?
Yes. Yeah. The kids play with it all the time. They think it's hilarious.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. They think it's so fun to hear all the other languages that are coming out the other end.
You know what? What a great prank on your parents.
It's crazy that it's actually a fun toy for children.
There's a couple of things that you might want to look at. Microsoft Translator is actually pretty good. Yes, I said a product from Microsoft is actually pretty good.
Someone record this. Mark the tape.
It's better than Bing. Okay.
Okay.
It will do the real-time translators and all good things like that. But what I like about it, and I can give you the steps to get onto the TV, but what I like about it is that you can actually have a QR code on the screen, and the QR code will allow who's ever looking at the translation to see that translation on their phone as well. So if they're too far away from the screen or they're having trouble seeing the screen, they can have exactly what you're saying right in front.
Okay, this would be kind of like in a group setting to where, I'm doing the Bible study and it would go to just one TV that everybody could see.
Yeah, one TV, but if somebody's too far from the TV.
Certainly can't have cell phones in the detention center.
Oh, didn't think of that part.
Yeah, in fact.
That's contraband, Kim.
Yes.
I didn't even think of that. Well,
yes.
Okay, they just have to sit around real close to the TV.
Get cozy.
That's a good cozy.
So, or they have a decent sized TV, so that helps.
Yeah, so that's good. So you're going to have you're going to set up with Microsoft Translate, and then on the TV itself, you're going to go to a web address that's going to be synced up with your phone. And so then you get that real-time translation right there. I put you on hold, Ernie, so that this way we can make sure that we get your email address, and we'll send out some steps for you to go ahead and follow that. That's what a great thing.
Is it expensive?
Microsoft Translate?
Yeah.
It's free.
Hey, that's pretty cheap. I can afford that. I'm going to pay for it for him.
There's free.
Ernie, I got you.
There's also iTranslate Converse, which is it's supposed to be better. Now, I haven't used that.
So you can't recommend it?
Can't recommend it, but they do. They charge for it, so maybe it's better. Maybe not.
No, just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's better.
All right, here's a little fun fact for you. The first spam email was sent in what year, do you think? What year? 1978, and it went to 600 people. So, Andrew, let me ask you, how much spam do you think is sent every single day right now around the world?
How are we measuring this? Amount of emails, gigabytes, terabytes?
Numbers.
Just numbers of emails?
Yes.
I'll go with 3 billion.
You're close. 160 billion.
Oh, missed it by that much.
Yes. So if you're using Gmail and you're wondering who's going to be selling your address to somebody else, it's a simple hack. You just use the plus sign and you add a word to your email. So if your name is like john@gmail.com, if you're signed up for a bank, you can say john+bank@gmail.com. If you're online shopping, John plus the name of the store. And then you know exactly who's selling your email address. But then you can also filter it. So it can go to like special little folders. If, for example, you get the Current newsletter, which you should, and you can sign up right now for the Current over at getkim.com. Did you notice that professional segue to the...
Slid that plug right in there seamlessly.
Right in there. All right, still to come, I got to tell you about a Gold Bar scam. Woman lost over $2 million. Isn't this nuts? We have more of your phone calls here on the Kim Komando Show.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Now, Andrew, you and I have talked about this before, and I had a letter in my listener mail about how exactly this could happen. It was the story where I told you about my friend who was renting a car in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And she got the price for a couple of days in the UK, and they wanted like $900. And so I'm like, Anita, don't pay that. Use a VPN and tell them that you are in the UK and see what kind of price you get.
Right. They were gouging her because they knew she was a tourist from America, not a local.
States. Yes. So she, instead of saying she was getting the price from the United States, she got it in the UK, and then that $900 dropped to $300.
Now that's a savings.
So a lot of folks have been asking me, saying, how can that really happen? Well, you're using a VPN. You can just pick the country of your choice.
Right.
Okay. Does it really work if you clear your cookies and your cache? I mean, can retailers track you and give you higher prices that way? Yes. But there's also some other tricks. Like, for example, if you're shopping and you want to see if there's a coupon code, is that you put everything in your cart, make sure you at least get to the part where you give them your email address, and then you go poof. And then how long before it takes?
My sister used to run a company called Fetchback. Mm-hmm. And they would wait 24 hours until they're hitting your email. But that was years ago. I'm sure it's within 30 minutes to an hour now.
Seconds. Seconds. Every second.
Wait a minute, though. You asked if this was unethical.
Is it?
Absolutely not. Amazon does it to us.
Yeah.
If you're shopping for a product and you're in a higher SES zip code compared to a lower one, the price is going to be different. They're doing it to us. We should do it right back to them.
I agree 100%.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Gennady in Alpharetta, Georgia. Glad to have you with us. What's on your mind today?
Hello, Kim. I'm so excited to talk to you. I hope you can help me. I found some 30-year-old tapes which I was able to convert to DVDs. And it's my late mom talking to her late brother and talking about family history and stuff like that. But I can barely hear what they're saying, and I cannot figure out exactly how to improve the quality of the recording. I was hoping maybe something with AI or some good tool which will allow me to make it louder, cleaner, get rid of the background noise, and maybe help me understand what they're saying.
How nice. Where is your accent from?
Ukraine.
Oh, nice.
I've only been listening to your show about 20 years.
Oh, that's all.
And, unfortunately, they only broadcast it on Sundays here, so it's not every Sunday I can listen to it.
Oh, well, you can always get the podcast now.
Well, I'm getting the newsletter, and it's a wealth of information, great sales and tips, and I actually bought a number of things you proposed, like, NordPlus and stuff like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you. All right, a couple of tools for you. Let me ask you, Andrew, have you ever used it's called Adobe Podcast Enhance?
No, not yet.
What would you use for that?
I would use CapCut. I would load it into CapCut. There's even the free version of CapCut.
You love CapCut.
I do. I use it multiple times a week. You put it into CapCut. You can mess with the audio, and this is all in the free version. You don't have to pay for this. And then you can have it auto-generate captions. So CapCut's going to analyze the audio and what's being said and put the captions up on the screen for you.
That would be great, yes. And then I can see how that makes sense, because the words will probably, some of the words won't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I will probably guess what they mean.
Right. It'll give you a good idea, even if it's only understanding 70 to 80% of what's being said.
Right.
You'll be able to use
correct.
context clues.
Well, you could try, I would definitely try that. And then try this Adobe Podcast Enhance, because it actually has some AI tech behind it.
Oh, great.
and it will get rid of any type of background noise, and it will enhance the speech.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
So that might either one of these tools might be really good for you. Now, do us a favor. When you get this all done, give us a call back and tell us which one actually worked the best. And I'm not a betting woman, but I am the digital goddess, so I'm going to go with the Adobe Podcast Enhance over Andrew's CapCut.
I like my job, so I'm going to agree with you.
Love that you're always honest. Coming right back, a woman lost $2 million in a gold scam here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, so let me tell you, Andrew, her name is Marjorie Kessel. She's 76 years old. She was contacted by the federal authorities to tell her that her money wasn't safe in the bank. So to protect it, she needed to turn it into gold bars. She did. Over $2 million worth. The government officials actually picked it up outside her gate.
Oh, no. She got scammed out of all that gold?
But she got 40% back.
Oh, good.
Because she contested it with Morgan Stanley and said, you should have taken care of me.
At least she got some of it back.
Yeah, I know. Hey, don't forget to enter to win a brand new iPhone at winfromkim.com. And that's the end of hour 4. But I'm sure in your podcast player, there are some shows that you haven't listened to. Come on. Just fire up your podcast player and get more tech know-how, whether you're walking or on your commute or whatever you might be doing.